Hello, I'm Philip Stoten. I'm here on the Scoop Studio at Productronica 2017, and I'm joined by Jeff Timms from ASM. Jeff, great to see you. We bump into each other in San Diego, in Guadalajara, all over the world. What's going on in the US market? What are they asking you for now, and what's keeping you awake at night?
You know, I think one of the key drivers for the North American market is the highly complex assemblies, and we're seeing a lot of activity with the gateway sites, and particularly in the headquarters regions of San Jose and Fremont and that kind of thing. So a lot of stuff comes in, is developed in the States, and then it shuffles off to a higher volume region like Mexico or someplace in China. But I think what we're starting to see more and more is this convergence of back-end assemblies with standard SMT. So a lot more weight for handling, a lot more bare die, a lot more very, very small components. And you know, the whole thing from a technical standpoint is getting more and more complicated. And then when you combine that with all of the material handling requirements and all of the surrounding process workflows, it definitely steps up the game a bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts there. And it's interesting what you say about San Jose, Silicon Valley. Definitely a bit of a resurgence there in terms of innovation, but we're seeing some bigger and bigger companies set up R&D there, particularly the automotive industry. That's an exciting place. How do you operate within that ecosystem?
So we have we've taken a pretty strategic approach to that whole area. We've got a demo and training center there in San Jose. We've got, so for true applications work, particularly in the alternate energy space and some of the more emerging technologies, we have applications engineers who work entirely out of the San Jose area, right out of Silicon Valley. In addition to that, we've got true applications research being done with us, with our relationship with RIT on the East Coast. Combine that with the full process lab that we have in Atlanta, we really have all three corners of that triangle covered pretty nicely.
Yeah, and you've got a lot of energy there to solve problems. One of the developments I've seen, and you know, we've been talking about Industry 4.0, Smart Factory. Here in Germany, it seems forever. We're talking about it much more in the US, and it doesn't feel like the US are lagging anymore. They're really pushing, and the big EMS guys that are headquartered in the US are really taking it seriously. They're seeing it as almost table stakes. You've got to be smart to be in the game. Is that what you see?
No question about it. Reduction of operators, reduction of manpower in general, better overall factory level control, right? So if you start looking at the drivers to neutralize the game from a labor standpoint, from an overhead structure perspective, you need to remove and streamline, remove processes where possible, remove unnecessary manpower where possible, and that ultimately leads to autonomous decision making, smart systems, the internet connectivity throughout the factory. It's all there. It's all happening, and it's happening at actually a breakneck speed at this point.
Yeah, it is. And you also mentioned the gateway sites. That's where this manufacturing data and manufacturing agility comes in, because as we have these little political scares or we have stuff going on in the world, we need to know that we can shift manufacturing seamlessly from the US to Mexico or to Asia or wherever else.
Exactly. That's right. That's right. And in fact, that seamless transfer of product is more and more important. Nobody can afford to have 3 months of inventory on a boat someplace. So manufacturing in the region it's consumed becomes much more important.
Yeah, so the supply chain becomes much more focused, much more condensed. A lot of talk now about artificial intelligence, augmented reality, digital twin keeps coming up as a topic. Is that something customers are asking you about? What are you offering them in response?
We hear a lot of conversation around that subject. We haven't had customers, to a large degree, we've not had customers really pull on that from us yet. However, as you look at the world of large data and the analytics involved, the ability to draw trends and correlate one set of data with another set of data and anticipate where problem areas are going to exist, it's only a matter of time. And so there's a lot of investment at ASM going on in this area, so that we can be prepared before it becomes a reality in the marketplace.
Yeah, and it's important for you to be there first, Jeff.
Absolutely.
Great to see you again. Pleasure to chat as always, and look forward to next time.
Thank you, Phil.